Hi there, Chris here with another fresh tip for you all. In this video we are going to have a little bit of fun and we're going to create some dripping gore. And so I have here my corpse grinder cutter, or champion cutter I think it is. Either way, we're going to create some gore on him. We're going to use Tamiya Clear Red. As you can see, it's a well-used bottle here. We're also going to use some Liquitex Carbon Black acrylic ink. We're going to use Uhu glue. This is all-purpose glue, although you can probably pretty much use, I think, any kind of plastic all-purpose cement. We're going to use a little disposable palette here, just something we can, throw away and what have you. We're going to use a synthetic haired bristle brush, just so that when we're handling the Tamiya paints, as typically we clean them with alcohols. And we're going to use a little toothpick to stir up our mixture here. We're going to take a fairly generous amount onto our palette. We're going to add just a little dollop of glue into the mixture, and then upon looking at how it looks already, I said, oh, you know what, I need a little bit more red in there. So I throw a little bit more of the clear red into our little mixture here. It's kind of just fill it to taste kind of thing. I grab a little bit of the ink, and I only use just that much on my toothpick to mix into the paint. And in hindsight, I probably could have used a little less. It goes a little bit dark on me, although it does give us a nice gore kind of look here. You can see on camera it gives us a nice rich, deep, bloody kind of gory mess. And after it's been thoroughly mixed, you do have to work with this fairly quickly. You can't leave it on your palette for very long. You only have maybe about 10 minutes to work with this, 10-15 minutes. I take a somewhat generous amount onto the toothpick and then touch an area and then drag out the little stringy bit and make contact with another portion of the model, and I kind of go back and forth. And of course you can also work the main column of it any which way, and you can get creative here at this point. You can kind of go for a bit of a spidery web type of look, or you can just go with a nice big drippy gooey mess, as it were. And I just basically touch the teeth of the saw blade and touch other portions of the base. Again, I just kind of wanted this to have like a really kind of sticky, gory kind of mess, just something right out of some sort of horror film. I was just basically letting my imagination run wild, and it's opportunities like this that you can have a lot of fun. You can go for a Hannibal Lecter look with that little gluey spot there. And I end up trying not to get a little overboard, and when you're doing this kind of thing, it is very easy to go overboard. So oftentimes you got to tell yourself less is more. Check what you're doing. And what I didn't show here is actually take a little bit from the saw blade and touch his elbow that in behind the other side of the blade. You'll see it afterwards if you notice. But once it's dry, you can see you can actually touch it, and it's not like super strong. If this is for a gaming piece, I don't know, display and competition type pieces, definitely you can go ahead and use this. But gaming, it'll hold up for a while, but just be careful. I'm using a little bit of Blood for the Blood God just to kind of resaturate some of that color onto some of those little thin strands and kind of help to marry some of these little edges together. As again, like I said, what I had created was just a little bit darker than what I wanted, so I'm just using a little bit of the Blood God here just to kind of help marry some of those transitions in. The varying tones actually helps create a much deeper, gorier kind of look, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know. But once it's all dry, and again, you can see here how it's all nice and shiny, and the glue itself already finishes with that glossiness to it. So it's not like we added Blood for the Blood God to give us that glossiness. It is already there once we mix the colors in. But that is it. That's dripping, sticky gore. That's another one for you guys to play with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and let me know down below whether or not you guys want to see some other different kinds of techniques and such. So don't be afraid to leave comments. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without their support, these videos would not be possible. If you're considering Patreon support, click the link in the description below. There are varying tiers to support at, and a huge thank you for everybody who does currently support. Take care of those brushes. They will take care of you.